This is the Dan River. It's not far from where I live. It's beautiful. I haven't put my feet in this river for a long time. I love it. So I saw 3 rivers today in my natural process to drive to my appointment. I passed over the Smith River, the Mayo River, now the Dan. This is on my way back home. Every river has its own sound. Every river has its own volume. Every river has its own direction. This river is going a different direction than the Mayo River and the Smith River. That should just scream truth to you right there. Rivers flow, most of them flow south, I think. Hardly any flow north, but they do flow north. We have the New River flows north. That's not very far from here. But the question I have for all humans is this: where does water come from? Where does this water come from? Anytime I see a creek, river, I mean, the sea is the sea, right? But all rivers run to the sea. Water goes downhill to sea level. So the sea is the level. Now, the Dead Sea is 1,500 or so feet below sea level. And all the water from the Jordan, and it becomes salty. And we believe that's from the Sodom and Gomorrah experience. That's why that water is salty, because of the sulfur and all that. But I just want to talk about fresh water going to the sea. It comes from the mountains because it runs downhill, right? So the source of water, most of it is from the mountains. Like this river, I'm sure if I keep tracing it up, it'll come out of a mountain, out of a rock or a cistern that is exposed to the ground level, and then it rolls out. And of course, there's water under the ground. It sits sometimes as big as a lake, or a big lake, or it's a pocket like a pond. And it's water that we tap when we drill down and get and make a well. But this should disprove any thought of evolution. This clear, gorgeous water. Where does it come from? Where does anything come from? But like water, without it, we can't live. And yet we're supposed to believe it came out of an explosion 4.8 billion years ago. If we blow this lie to smithereens, which creation itself does, then where do we go from there as a people, as human race, as tribes and nations? So why do I so focus on preaching creation, the gospel? It's in creation, the goodness of God, the love of God, the beauty of God, the artwork of God, the power of God, the brightness of God. It's all in Genesis chapter 1 and 2. And the seas were put boundaries. Seas. It doesn't even talk about creeks or rivers. Rivers could theoretically come out of the flood. Who knows? But the point is, water was never, God never said, let there be water. Water just is. Land just is. And it certainly didn't come out of a star explosion, a helium and hydrogen, of the basic elements that make complex elements that we now need to make batteries or military hardware or plastic. Evolution is such a pathetic lie when you just stare at water. It's so beautiful. Its sounds are music to our ears, calmness to our soul. Why does David say, He leadeth me beside still waters? He restores my soul. So through being led by these waters, God restores a soul. So that means a soul can be restored. That means souls are also destroyed or hurt by life, by hardship, by pain. And water and the rolling stream, and in this case, a rolling river, has the power to restore a soul. If you look over there, you can't quite see it, but I'll zoom in. There's a little water that goes behind those trees there, and it dribbles out right over there. So pretty. And somebody built a little patio area, steps, to just sit and stare. Why do they want to do that? Because of the sound. It's the sound, guys. There's something about the sound of water moving, rolling, a stream, just rolling. And it also represents time. Time just keeps moving. We can't stop time. Days just keep coming at us. Hours, minutes, seconds. And all of it just keeps rolling along. Time, like an ever-rolling stream, bears all its sons away. So this water flowing, it's technically has a source. And that source isn't a cycle. It has a beginning, and it flows to the sea, and then it just sits in the sea. But then evaporation occurs, and it goes into the clouds, and then it rains, and the rains help make the creek flow and the rivers flow. All of it is a beautiful, orderly, healthy, invigorating, the whiteness of water rolling over a rock. Why do we love that? Why is it so pretty? Why does it matter? Why does it captivate us? Why do we just stop and stare? Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Let us prepare for that final day when the river of life water will flow literally from the throne of God. So if water's going to flow from the throne, that means God is the source of water. Our bodies are mostly water. Water makes everything green. Water nourishes our thirstiness. We can live a little bit. I could eat these leaves and drink this water and live for a pretty long time. I'm getting you to think, I hope. Just stare at this glory. Stare at it. This glory. It's the glory of God to conceal a matter. And it's the glory of a king to search it out. Search out what's around you. Search out nature itself, the dirt, what's in the dirt, how the dirt produces food. Dig into nature, dig into creation, dig into the water. Where's it come from? The health of real water. Like we buy bottled water and it's treated to become a bottle. Wouldn't it be great to just drink water from the rocks? Wouldn't that not be better for us than water from a bottle? I beseech you, brethren, search out these things. It'll bless your soul. Shalom.